On the channel, we light the way once again with Mumm-Ra LED Light Edition Super 7 Thundercats Ultimate.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with another Super 7 Ultimate unboxing and review. And today, we got the baddest of the bad from the Thundercats. We got Mumm-Ra, but for all your Super 7 Ultimate needs and a whole lot more, hit up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Gotta get a deal out there. And of course, you can also go to the Super 7 website, put in code Kyle at checkout, Kyle P that is. And of course, save 0%, but support the channel if that is your thing. Shout out over there. And of course, gonna do the review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're gonna take a look at the packaging. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna unbox it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna see where it goes from there with one Mumm-Ra. Mumm-Ra, one of the dangerous villains of all time. In the big four of 80s villains for me personally, as I've mentioned in the past. Love Mumm-Ra, but much like Lion-O in this same wave, we'll call it, same set with the LED eyes, we've had a lot of Mumm-Ras. So a lot of people may be Mumm-Ra'd out. You know, we've had the translucent version. We've had the all black face Mumm-Ra. We've had the old school mummy one in two varieties. We've got the traditional one. There's been a lot of Mumm-Ras. There's been a lot of Lion-Os. But you got to get the most out of your molds with a twist. And that's what we got with the LED light version on this one here. Now, I will mention this was up for pre-order 2024 San Diego Comic-Con. About a year later, finally in our hands right here. So we'll see how it goes. And I did forget the slipcase cover. That is off to the side here. Always cool to get a slipcase cover. We rarely get this from Super 7 anymore, but how cool is that with that face? Only a mother could love, or maybe a Slythe could love as well, but very cool to see Mumm-Ra there. Once again, a lot of fingerprints all over this the more you touch it, but it does have Thundercats on there. See you later. Off to the side, a little shuffle action, and now let's get into old Mumm-Ra himself. Big deluxe box on this, as we're accustomed to with Mumm-Ra. You do got his little fortress there, where we saw the Thundercats fortress, the old Cats lair. Now we get Mumm-Ra's fortress here as the packaging. I like that attention to detail. Mumm-Ra, the ever-living, of course. Thundercats, big window box in case you need an autograph or something at a convention maybe. Nothing too fun on the side, but it is wraparound packaging. On the back, we do get a very small blurb for Mumm-Ra. He does all the talking with his fists, I think, is what goes on, but we do got something down here. See what it says about Mumm-Ra. Mumm-Ra is the Thundercats' evil adversary. Mummified and otherwise weak, he is energized and made immortal as a servant to the spirits of evil, who grant him magical and transformative powers to carry out their wicked bidding. How about that? Of course. Mumm-Ra, like I said, the baddest of the bad. A cool looking character, no doubt about it. Always looks really cool. See you later, off to the side. Goodbye. And then on the back, we do get the cape. We get all kinds of stuff going on. Some new accessories too, I do believe. But I'm going to take Mumm-Ra offline, get him out of the pack, and we'll be back talking all things LED eyes. Mumm-Ra. All right, let's get down to Mumm-Ra business here, and we'll start with the accessories part of the course. Of course, two punches and bunches hands there. He's got those fists balled up. Lion-O better watch out. We also got the splayed out hands in case he needs to do the Scott Hall walk or something like that. Or maybe, whoa, leave me alone. He does have those going on there. We do got the gnarly hands here, the magical, almost cat-like hands on here. Of course, a nice blue color on Mumm-Ra's hands. And then we get the gripping hands here for the weapons, in case you possibly want to grip it and possibly rip it along the way. Now, we do get this double-edged sword once again from him. We've seen this before, but this time we get the yellow blades here, looking a lot like lightning. Got the snake heads holding it together. Of course, these plug together if you want them to, just like so. So we've seen that before, just a little bit of different colors. And he does got his chains going on here, of course, like a young Mr. T, looking good with all the chains going there. Got Thundercats logo in the middle as well. Very cool. He's going to have these. Say, sorry, Lion-O, you're not getting any of this. You're not getting this back, but we do get some chains going on. And then we do get this, and once again, don't remember what this one is. Almost looks like an egg, a globe, something like that. I'm sure there's an episode that I just can't think of on the spot right here, but looking interesting for sure. And much like Lion-O, we got that little two-headed dragon Kind of feels that way with this. We haven't got this before. It's something new. At least it's a little bit of something because there's a lot of reuse here. The Lion-O and the Mumm-Ra, as we do know, but looking good for what it is. We do get the cape once again, of course, like a young Billy D. Williams. You got the black on the outside, red on the inside, looking good. Plug this up over the head, of course. Then you got the spots over here. Always looks good, always cool to have Mumm-Ra with a cape. Always remember him with a cape. And I've told this story, probably every Mumm-Ra unboxing I've done. I remember as a little kid, I lived in South Dakota for a while. Shout out to Brandon, South Dakota. And I remember going to the Empire Mall as a little kid to the toy store and getting the original LJN Mumm-Ra very, very early. One of my first ever action figure memories was that story back in the day. Quite the time, of course, quite the time. But there it is, old Mumm-Ra. Looks like Mumm-Ra, smells like Mumm-Ra, tastes like Mumm-Ra. It's Mumm-Ra at the end of the day. But looking cool here. Very nice blue skin tone color. Definitely a different blue skin tone color from the original. We'll do some comparisons later in this video as well. But looking at the head, that's one thing I should point out here. Lion-O, we got multiple heads, only one head with this Mumm-Ra. So that's an interesting turn of events, of course. But it is a Mumm-Ra head. We know it. We love it. We want some more of it, maybe. You got the serpents up on the top of the helmet there. Of course, you got the eyes that you really can't see anything because you got to turn the light on eventually. We will do that. Big open mouth. He's yelling and screaming. Of course, like his transformation is what it reminds me of here. Like he's in the transformation chamber. You get some of this in the red and black, the strings and strands coming off. Of course, mummy style going on there. Looking very good. But definitely a cool head sculpt. And if I can only have one, I think this is the one I would want out of this figure. So I appreciate that. Now, head pops out just like Lion-O. Once again, we don't have to deal with the top part there because there's only one head. So we don't have to switch them back and forth. I think I might be missing something. I'd be interested if you have this one. I don't have any protection over the front. You always got to use protection, as we know. We don't have any protection right here with all the internal guts there. And there's nothing hanging around inside here. So I'm not sure exactly what is up with that there. Very interesting to take note of. There is the on and off switch. Once again, makes a lot of sense. It's off. I thought I turned it on. Maybe if I can get in there. There we go. Come on. There it is. All right. Now we're on. And look at that. Those eyes light up. You're not going to be able to see it here, but for the glamour shots, they're going to look pretty nice. But yeah, that's a good looking red behind those eyes. Looking very, very cool. I like that a whole lot. I'm going to slide this on. I'm going to leave it on. Oh, even cooler. Okay, that little bottom piece, it lights up the chest. That's why that was like that. Looking very cool to have the eyes and chest light up. Very, very cool, neat, gimmicky figure, of course. And let's be honest, I'm rarely going to be turning this on. I'll do it for the glamour shots, maybe a time or two. But in the end, it's going to go on my shelf and sit there. And I'm not just going to leave the light on to run the battery down. But it does look very, very nice. I like this. I think that's cool technology. Once again, the head doesn't stay in as tight as I would like it to. I wish it would stay in a little tighter. It's not terrible. A little tighter than Lion-O. I'm not pushing hard, but I'm sure, yeah, if you try real hard, it'll go out. But it could be a little tighter in the head department, at least from where I sit. As you guys know, right here at this table, that's where I sit, of course. But I do like this head. Very cool. The gimmick works with this one here. Arms all the way around for us, of course. Bicep cut, very tight. Single jointed elbows, extremely tight once again. Oh, there we go. And not a ton of movement there either. You do get the side to side. Hands removable back forth, side to side. Head side to side, no real up and down. A little looser than I'd like in the ab crunch there. Look at that. He's like a frog right out of the lake is what it is. A little too froggy right there for me. Waist articulation, of course. Big old Mumm-Ra splits if you need it. Legs go up a little bit. Single jointed knee, a little side to side. Ankles back forth, side to side, up and down. He does got the shin guards going on. Of course, epic Terry Steinbach 1989 style right here. Spring training 89, if I'm not mistaken. Looking good there. Love the fur down on the feet and the bare feet like a young Todd McFarlane on the couch. Looking nice. Got his skirt going on. Don't call it a skirt to his face. It's more of a kilt, but it does look really nice on him here. Love the trim on there in gold and the red and blue. He does got the mummy wrappings throughout. I do got some scuffage on mine, which I guess makes him look dirtier, but it's probably not supposed to be scuffed like it is there, but still looking good. Definitely is Mumm-Ra at the end of the day. There's no mistaking this for anybody else. Like I said earlier, on the Mount Rushmore of iconic 80s villainy, if you ask me, there's no doubt about it. And of course, should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. What do you know? Fitting on a stand right there. Very, very cool. Very, very fun. I do like this figure. $85 price point, though. Woo, don't like that price at all. That's for sure. And I think a lot of people probably going to pass on this because guess what? We've had so many Mumm-Ras in the past. We don't want to spend $85. I get all of that. But if you're deep in the line, you're a completist, you want a Mumm-Ra for your collection, maybe you only want one Mumm-Ra and you haven't got one yet, this could be the one for you with the gimmicky nature of this one right here. We do have the traditional Mumm-Ra, definitely a different skin tone, obviously a lot of reuse between the two. This skin tone color is more akin to the original LJN toy, which I just told a little bit of that story about. So I do like that a whole lot. But I also really like this one, kind of like the Lion-O edition. Same thing. I really like the original Lion-O from the Thundercats Ultimate line the best. Same thing with Mumm-Ra. I do got the light up eye Lion-O right here. Looking pretty good. Of course, going to light these guys up together in the glamour shots. But a fun one here if you're into the Super 7 Ultimate Thundercats line. A bit pricey, a bit long of a wait, but it is here. We do have these in our hands. And we've had worse figures. We've had better figures. Just depends what you're looking at of a Lion-O and Mumm-Ra and what you need in your collection after all these years with the Thundercats Ultimate line. But I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this one. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Always helps to give the old thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel while you're at it. Don't forget, of course, Patreon, your best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. Appreciate the support over there. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, and now on TikTok. Yes, it's true. TikTok Kyle running strong. Check it out over there. So there it is for Mumm-Ra and Lion-O 2. I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
We're going to the end of the line.